was no doubt that Floyd Mayweather beat him
Right.
9 or 10 rounds.
Right.
One judge had scored it even.
Yeah.
So it brings me back to the question.
Right. I mean, but we're not going to have those same judges, I'm hoping.
No, she's out.
Right. We're not going to have those same judges. But like I said before, we're going to bring attention to the judges to make sure everybody's accountable for it. And it's not to make excuses or not to put anything out there prior to, but it's still, I have responsibility as a fighter. Reporters have a responsibility as reporters, even though sometimes you guys don't care about it. Judges the same way, right? So everybody has a responsibility. Cool?
Do you have to train for that? Like, does that have to be part of your game plan coming into it, knowing that you might not? So
yeah,
like in the
so, no, I know exactly what you mean.
Right,
Let me answer that. I appreciate that question. My thing is this: when we're training, sometimes when I'm sparring, I might have guys glance my glove or block certain punches. Right. We don't want to give any looks whatsoever. We don't want to give the crowd or we don't want to give the judges anything that they can say Canelo won this fight. So that's our game plan.
Who do you think won each of the 2 fights between Canelo and Golovkin?
In my honest opinion, I truly think Golovkin won both fights. I thought the second fight was a lot closer, and I take my hat off to Canelo for adjusting, but I still didn't think that he won. I think at the very least it could have been a draw, the second fight, but in both fights I think Golovkin won it.
So with that being said, obviously you're a really good boxer, but with Canelo sometimes getting, I guess you could say, questionable decisions, does that make you want to come out a little bit earlier to be more aggressive instead of using your range, trying to keep him back? Do you want to come aggressive, probably try to hurt him?
I just it's all going to come together the night of. We're still forming our game plan. We still have a long 2 months of training camp. We're still putting the pieces together. And in the final week of our training camp, we'll know exactly what we need to go in there and do. But obviously this is boxing, anything can happen. So if I need to adjust and make plan B my plan A or plan C my plan A, then that's what we're going to do.
You fought a lot of really good fighters. Where would you kind of put Canelo? I mean, you haven't been in the ring with him yet, but just on paper.
On paper, he's the best opponent that I've faced, on paper.
But wouldn't that kind of be a contradiction? Because you said that you feel that, Golovkin won both fights. You fought Golovkin. So when
yeah, but on paper, he beat Golovkin. So to me, when you're asking me on paper, I have to go with the on paper question. And on paper, yes, he is the best fighter that I fought because on paper, he beat Gennady Golovkin, even though that's not what I agree with. So on paper.